My girlfriend said, "I'm taking a girls' trip to Vegas, you're not invited to track me." I replied, "Have fun." Then I saw her friends' reactions at the airport. I'm 28 years old and I'd been dating my girlfriend Lauren for 2.5 years. We met through a running club, hit it off immediately, and moved in together after about a year. Things were good, or at least I thought they were. We had our own lives, our own friends, but we always came back to each other at the end of the day. Lauren worked in pharmaceutical sales, which meant a lot of traveling. I'm a high school history teacher, so my schedule was pretty predictable. I never had a problem with her work trips. I trusted her completely. She'd send me photos from conferences, call me from hotel rooms, keep me updated. It was never an issue. About 2 months ago, Lauren announced she was planning a girls' trip to Vegas with 3 of her friends from college. A long weekend, Thursday through Sunday. They'd all been talking about it for years and finally everyone's schedules lined up. "Sounds fun," I said. "When are you going?" 3 weeks from now. I already requested the time off." "Cool. Send me the hotel info just in case, and have an amazing time." She looked at me strangely. "You're not going to ask questions? Like what we're doing or where we're staying?" "I mean, you're going to Vegas with your friends. I assume gambling, shows, probably too many drinks. Do you want me to ask questions?" "No, it's just. Most guys would be weird about their girlfriend going to Vegas." "I'm not most guys. I trust you." She smiled, kissed me, said that's why she loved me. I thought that was the end of it. Over the next 3 weeks, Lauren brought up the trip constantly. But it wasn't excited planning talk, it was testing me. She'd mention going to club pools and ask if I was okay with that. She'd bring up how crazy Vegas gets and watch my reaction. She'd say things like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? And gauge my response. Every time, I'd just shrug and say, "Have fun, babe. You deserve a break." This seemed to frustrate her, though I couldn't figure out why. Did she want me to be jealous? To tell her she couldn't go? That's not who I am, and honestly, it felt like she was looking for a fight that I wasn't going to give her. The Wednesday night before she left, we were packing her suitcase together. Well, she was packing. I was sitting on the bed, helping her decide between outfits. She held up a dress I'd never seen before. Short, tight, definitely more revealing than anything she normally wore. "Too much?" she asked. "For what?" "For Vegas." "I mean, it's Vegas. Or whatever makes you feel good." She put the dress in the suitcase, then turned to me. "You really don't care what I do this weekend, do you?" "Of course I care. I want you to have fun and be safe. But I'm not going to police what you wear or who you talk to. You're an adult." "What if I told you I was going to flirt with guys at the clubs?" I looked up at her. "Are you planning to flirt with guys at the clubs?" "No, but what if I did?" "Then I'd ask you why you felt the need to tell me that." "Lauren, what's going on? Do you want me to be jealous?" "Because I'm not playing that game." She got defensive. "I'm not playing a game. I just think it's weird that you're so chill about this. It's like you don't even care." "There's a difference between not caring and trusting you. I trust you. If you want me to be some possessive boyfriend who forbids you from going to Vegas, you're dating the wrong guy." She didn't say anything else, just finished packing in silence. The next morning, I drove her to the airport. The whole drive was quiet. When we pulled up to departures, she finally spoke. "You're not even going to ask me to check in with you while I'm gone?" "Do you want me to ask that?" "I want you to want me to check in." "Lauren, you're going on a trip with your friends. I'm not going to make you feel obligated to report back to me every hour. But if you want to call or text, I'd love to hear from you. That's always true, Vegas or not." She got out of the car without kissing me goodbye. Just grabbed her suitcase and walked into the terminal. I sat there for a minute, confused as hell, then drove home. That evening, I got a text from her, "Made it to Vegas. Hotel is nice." I replied, "Awesome. Have the best time." Nothing else that night. Nothing Friday. By Saturday afternoon, I still hadn't heard anything. I wasn't worried exactly, but it was unusual. Even on her work trips, she'd usually send random updates. Saturday evening, I got a text from Madison, one of Lauren's friends on the trip. Madison and I had met several times, always got along fine. "Hey, can you call me when you get a chance?" That made my stomach drop. I called immediately. "Madison, is everything okay? Is Lauren all right?" "She's fine physically. But we need to talk about something and I feel terrible about this. About what? Madison took a deep breath. Lauren has been acting really strange this whole trip. She keeps talking about you, but not in a normal way. She's been saying things like he probably doesn't even miss me and he didn't even care that I came here. We keep telling her that's not true, that you seem like a great guy, but she's spiraling. I don't understand. I've been nothing but supportive of this trip. We know. That's the problem, or at least, that's what she's making into a problem. Last night we were at a club and this guy was hitting on her. Hardcore hitting on her. She was entertaining it, like flirting back, and we pulled her aside and asked what she was doing. She said, and I quote, "If he doesn't care enough to be jealous, why should I care enough to be faithful?" My blood went cold. What happened? Nothing happened. We got her out of there, took her back to the hotel. She cried for like 2 hours about how you don't love her enough, how if you really cared you'd be fighting for her or something. Honestly? I think she's been testing you this whole time, and she's mad that you're not failing the tests. That's insane. I know. Listen, the reason I'm calling is because I think she's planning something. She keeps saying she wants to see how far she can push it before you react. She's been posting stories on Instagram, have you seen them? I hadn't. I wasn't big on social media and rarely checked Instagram. I opened the app and went to Lauren's profile. The stories were from the past 2 days. Videos of her at pool parties in a bikini, guys clearly in the frame. Photos at nightclubs with her and her friends surrounded by men. Captions like what happens in Vegas. And no rules, no regrets. Madison, is she cheating on me? No. Not yet. But I think she wants you to think she is. I think she wants you to blow up her phone, freak out, demand she come home. She's trying to manufacture a jealous reaction from you. I felt sick. Why would she do that? Honestly? I think she's insecure. Her ex before you was apparently super possessive and controlling, and I think she's confusing jealousy with love. She's interpreting your trust as indifference. We talked for a few more minutes. Madison apologized repeatedly for getting involved but said she felt like I deserved to know what was happening. I thanked her and hung up. I sat on my couch for an hour, thinking. Then I packed a bag. Sunday morning, I texted Lauren, "Hope you're having fun. I'm taking a trip myself this week. Talk when you're back." Then I drove to my parents' lake house 3 hours away. I needed space to think. I didn't check my phone for hours. When I finally did, there were 23 missed calls from Lauren and dozens of texts. "What do you mean you're taking a trip? Where are you going? With who? Why didn't you tell me? This is so disrespectful. I'm on my trip and you're doing this? Call me back right now. I swear to God if you don't answer your phone." I turned my phone off and spent Sunday hiking, sitting by the lake, clearing my head. Monday morning, I drove back home. Lauren's flight landed at 2 p.m. I was home by noon. She came through the door at 3:30, looking exhausted and angry. "Where the hell were you?" "I told you. I took a trip." "You can't just leave without telling me where you're going." "You went to Vegas for 4 days. I went to my parents' lake house for 1 night. What's the problem?" "The problem is you did it to hurt me." "No, Lauren. I did it because I needed to think. And I've had a very enlightening conversation with Madison." Her face went white. "What did she tell you?" "That you've been testing me. That you've been trying to make me jealous. That you've been deliberately putting yourself in situations to get a reaction from me." "That's not, she had no right to." "Is it true?" Lauren's face crumbled. She started crying. "You just don't care. You sent me to Vegas like you were happy to get rid of me. You didn't ask questions, you didn't check on me, you didn't even seem to miss me. Because I trusted you. Because I'm not a controlling a-hole. What did you want, Lauren? Did you want me to forbid you from going? To track your location? To blow up your phone every hour demanding to know where you are and who you're with? I wanted you to care enough to worry. I did worry. But I also respected you enough not to smother you. There's a difference between loving someone and controlling them." She was full-on sobbing now. "My ex always got jealous. He always made sure I knew he was thinking about me, that he'd lose his mind if I was with someone else. You act like you'd be fine if I disappeared tomorrow." "Your ex was abusive, Lauren. You told me he tracked your phone, went through your messages, showed up at your work unannounced. That's not love, that's control. I thought I was being a good partner by trusting you, but apparently, you wanted me to be jealous and possessive like he was? I wanted you to fight for me. I shouldn't have to fight for someone who's already mine. We're in a relationship. We live together. I trust you completely and that's not enough? We went back and forth for an hour. Eventually, she admitted that she'd been testing me the whole trip. That she'd deliberately tried to make me jealous with her Instagram posts, with her comments about Vegas, all of it. She swore she didn't cheat, didn't even kiss anyone, but admitted she'd flirted with guys specifically hoping I'd see it online and react. So what now? She asked, tears streaming down her face. Are you breaking up with me? I looked at this woman I'd loved, who I'd trusted completely, who'd spent an entire weekend trying to manipulate me into becoming someone I'm not. I don't know, I said honestly. I need time to think about whether I can be with someone who tests me like this. Who confuses trust with indifference. Who wanted me to be controlling and jealous just to prove I love her. I'll change. I'll stop. I'm so sorry. The problem isn't whether you'll stop, Lauren. The problem is that you started. The problem is that you thought this was okay in the first place. That was 3 weeks ago. Lauren is staying with a friend while we figure things out. We've talked a few times. She's in therapy now, working through her issues with her ex and why she equates jealousy with love. I'm in therapy too, trying to figure out if I can trust her again after she deliberately tried to manipulate me. Madison reached out last week to apologize again for getting involved. I told her she did the right thing. Apparently, the whole friend group was horrified by Lauren's behavior. They'd spent the whole trip trying to talk sense into her. I don't know if Lauren and I will get back together. Part of me still loves her. But a bigger part of me knows I deserve someone who doesn't play games. Someone who sees trust as a strength, not a weakness. Someone who doesn't need me to be jealous to believe I love them. My students ask me sometimes why I'm not married yet. I usually joke that I'm too busy grading papers. But the real answer is that I'm not willing to settle for someone who needs me to be less than who I am just to feel secure. Trust isn't indifference. Respect isn't apathy. And refusing to control your partner isn't the same as not caring. If someone has to test you to see if you love them, they're not ready to be loved. They're ready for drama, but not for an actual healthy relationship. I gave Lauren the reaction she wanted, but not the one she expected. She wanted jealousy and got distance instead. She wanted me to fight, and I walked away. Because the only thing worth fighting for is someone who doesn't make you prove your love by becoming someone you're not. She went to Vegas to test me. I passed. But she failed. And that's the part neither of us saw coming.